Every morning I get up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning. I get dressed, I come to the kitchen, open kitchen, and I load my truck.
Meals on Wheels is an answer to an incredibly basic need.
I think Meals on Wheels Chicago is an institution in the community. We've been around for 25 years providing services to individuals with disabilities and homebound seniors. And I really think we give those populations in that community peace of mind that we'll be there for them through their needs, whether it's a modification or home-delivered meals.
It has a very singular vision and focus, and it has an extremely small but mighty team. It's very low administrative costs, and it allows for more of the money to go to programming and really to reach out to its customer base.
Once we finish loading our truck, we usually get to the first client house 8 o'clock. That's how our day began.
The drivers are really the only people that the participants usually see during the week, and our drivers then can they create relationships with the customers and also check on them to make sure that everything's okay.
The very, very simple act of bringing a meal to someone who can't get out of the house to get it, can't afford to have it, is in that tight a situation is incredibly satisfying.
Well, my favorite part of this job is to see the enlightenment on the client's face, how they smile lightens up. They're so happy that they're receiving their meals, and they're really glad to see us. It's rewarding that we are doing something good for our senior citizens.
We know that there is an increasingly number of individuals, and particularly the Chicagoland area, that don't have regular meals that they can count on. They're shut in, often physically limited, and don't have access to meals, or the meals they're getting aren't nutritious enough. And this is a core need for our community.
First thing our doctors would tell us at this age is, watch your meals, watch what you're eating. You're on this diet or you're on that diet or whatever.
Sometimes I feel like days, sometimes you might have bad days, good days. Some days are worse than others, some days are good days.
I'm not used to being not really by myself, so the hardest part for me was to be by myself because I thought I was going to be alone.
Both affordable and accessible housing are some of the big issues facing people with disabilities, as well as employment and access to services that people need to be independent.
I wish that they would know that the problems that a person with disability goes through, and that how much pain that they suffer, and it's just, it's just difficult just being disabled.
Having the Meal on Wheels is a wonderful experience for us all.
When I didn't have the meals program, various people had to take time out of their day or their schedule or their routine to make sure that I had something to eat.
When you can have the meals that the Meal on Wheels provide, it's a big help for us.
It's probably one of the favorite charities that I have, that I participate. I've been doing it for, I want to say 22 years, probably out of the 25. It means a lot to me because my father was receiving Meals on Wheels before he passed away, and it's such a great charity,
I think it's important to get to know the leadership of Meals on Wheels, get to see their energy, their flexibility and willingness to work with the company, and then take a leadership role. It's not just a matter of writing a check. There's a commitment of your personal and your employees' time and energy to really make a partnership fruitful.
I think Meals on Wheels Chicago, like any other organization, is only as good as the people who are behind it. And I have to say one of the greatest things is experiencing how enthusiastic our team of volunteers is, how much they love doing senior site visits, any kind of interaction they can have with the recipients, any help they can give us with fundraising, with helping the organization propel forward. it's amazing to see how many people come back year after year after year to help out, and they've become good friends because we all believe in the same thing.
To be honest with you, I think just to fulfill, to give to people that can't, either afford it or can't get out and enjoy a meal, that they get a chance to get that. I mean, I think it's fantastic.
One of the great things about being involved with Meals on Wheels Chicago is that when I tell people about it, the first thing they say is, I love it. I love that organization. I love what you're doing.
I think when you give people their dignity and their independence, it changes lives and it can make them active members of the community.
I'm doing something to help them because otherwise they would go hungry, and I wouldn't like to see that. I appreciate the Meals on Wheels program because it's really done so much for so many people.